All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. Today, we're uncovering a completely ordinary morning habit that most Americans over 60 perform every single day without a second thought. But here's the thing, it could actually be a fatal mistake. You see, poor sleep alone doesn't usually cause immediate catastrophic harm, but what you do in those very first 30 seconds after waking up, well, that just might. And we aren't talking about smoking or eating a heavy breakfast here. We're talking about something you do before your feet even touch the floor. Now, new research reveals a really staggering number. This simple 25-second habit increases the risk of a fatal cardiac event by up to 40%. 40%. And honestly, perhaps the most dangerous part of all this is that your doctor has probably never even mentioned it to you. It's just something that repeats itself every single day in people who felt completely fine the night before. So how can an ordinary morning action be so devastating? Let's figure it out. Part 1. The morning biology. Let's look at the invisible biological threat your heart faces before your alarm even sounds. Okay, so while you sleep, your body runs in this sort of low-power mode, right? Your heart rate is slow, your blood pressure drops, and your nervous system just goes quiet. Honestly, it's the only genuine rest your heart gets in a 24-hour period. But about 60 minutes before you're fully conscious, your body initiates this highly volatile transition. It exits that low-power sleep mode and literally floods your bloodstream with two very powerful stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. By the time you reach over to silence your alarm, they're already surging. This hormonal wave causes your heart rate to jump, your blood pressure to rise, and your vessels to constrict, all in just a matter of seconds. It's an incredibly intense, sudden biological wake-up call. And right here is exactly where the danger lies. While a 35-year-old's highly elastic cardiovascular system handles this surge easily, adapting instantly without breaking a sweat, the biology of an adult over 60 presents a very different picture. Older arteries are stiffer, and the body's response time is just naturally slower. Plus, there's often hidden plaque silently built up inside those vessels. So when that sudden hormonal force hits a stiffer vessel wall that's carrying vulnerable plaque, the force can literally crack it. And a cracked plaque triggers clotting, which, as we know, can instantly lead to a heart attack or stroke. So, what does this all mean? Well, this biology is exactly why studies published in the American Heart Journal show that heart attacks are 40% more likely to happen in a very specific danger zone, between 6 and 10 in the morning than at any other time of the entire day. It's not just some random statistical anomaly, folks. It is pure, predictable biology playing out exactly as you wake up. Now, this threat builds exponentially when we add a critical third factor into the mix: dehydration. Think about it. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep without a single drop of water, your blood becomes measurably thicker and more viscous. It's helpful to think of your heart as a pump and your vessels as pipes. In the morning, your heart is basically forced to pump sludge through stiff pipes right when clotting factors are biologically at their absolute highest levels. It's literally the perfect biological storm. Let's consider the case of a patient named Douglas. He's a healthy 68-year-old retired school principal. Douglas did everything right medically. He took his blood pressure medication without fail, walked 5 days a week, and always had completely clean checkups. But one Tuesday morning, Douglas woke up, silenced his alarm, sat up fast, swung his legs off the bed, and stood up immediately. He collapsed after taking just 3 steps, entirely because of this 15-year-old morning routine. Part 2. The 25-second mistake revealed. It's time to reveal the exact habit that silently loaded the gun for Douglas. The deadly mistake is simply standing up immediately after your alarm goes off. That is literally it. The alarm sounds, and in under 3 seconds, you're entirely vertical. It feels like absolutely nothing, right? It's a completely ordinary action. But for your heart at that precise moment in the morning, it is one of the most dangerous things you could possibly do. Let's break down the science behind it. When you're lying flat, your blood is evenly distributed. But the moment you stand up too fast, gravity literally pulls a significant volume of your blood downward toward your legs and abdomen. Because older cardiovascular reflexes are a bit slower, the blood vessels just don't constrict fast enough. This leads to something called orthostatic hypotension. Basically, your blood pressure can drop 15, 20, sometimes up to 30 points in seconds. This sudden drop forces your already stressed heart to compensate aggressively, spiking its rate and output to protect your brain. Often, you might experience this as a gray, dizzy, or kind of foggy feeling right upon standing. That dizzy feeling? Yeah, it isn't just a normal part of getting older. It's actually a blaring warning sign. As Douglas realized, changing this exact habit completely stabilized his morning blood pressure. He even asked his doctor, "Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner?" Preventing this sudden gravity drop changes absolutely everything for a struggling morning heart. Part 3, the 90-second heart protocol. Countering the morning triple threat. Fortunately, countering this morning triple threat requires zero equipment, costs absolutely nothing, and takes exactly 90 seconds. You don't need a new prescription, you don't need a gym membership, you just need to consciously alter the sequence of your very first moments of the day. So let's break down this simple 3-step protocol that you need to do before your feet ever touch the floor. It perfectly tackles the cortisol surge, the thick morning blood, and that sudden drop in blood pressure all at once. First things first, the very moment your alarm goes off, do not move. Just stay perfectly still and take 3 deliberate, slow, deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth, over about 15 seconds. This one simple action powerfully activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is essentially the calming branch of your nervous system. Doing this immediately begins to counteract that massive cortisol surge before it even has a chance to peak. Second, drink a full glass of room temperature water while you're still lying down or sitting in bed. Honestly, you should just keep a glass right on your nightstand every single night. Drinking water instantly starts thinning out that viscous morning blood. It gives your heart's pump better, much smoother fluid to work with, directly reducing your risk of a morning blood clot before the full demands of your day even begin. And finally, step 3, sit before standing. Roll slowly to your side, push yourself up, and sit on the edge of your bed with your feet hanging down for a full 30 seconds. While you're sitting there, rotate your ankles in slow circles, about 5 times in each direction. This specific movement activates the muscle pump in your calves, pushing that pooled blood back up to your heart and restoring your blood pressure gradually against gravity. After 30 seconds, stand up slowly, and then just stand completely still for 10 seconds before taking your very first step. Now, just a really quick medical caveat here. If you're currently taking a diuretic water pill for blood pressure, definitely ask your doctor to check your magnesium levels with a simple blood test. Because diuretics work by flushing excess fluids out through your kidneys, they also tend to flush out this highly vital mineral. And low magnesium can lead to electrical instability in the heart, triggering erratic rhythms or arrhythmias, precisely in this highly stressful morning window. The sheer power of these simple actions is undeniable. Research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association actually found that just drinking a glass of water and pacing your morning rise reduced early morning cardiac events by up to an astonishing 62% in adults over 60. 62%. It's remarkably simple, it's completely free, and it is scientifically proven to protect your heart during its most vulnerable hour. So, since this habit costs absolutely nothing and could very well save your life, the only question left is this. Will you put a glass of water on your nightstand tonight? Will you finally give your hardworking heart the 90 good seconds it truly deserves tomorrow morning? Take care of your heart, folks. It's been working for you every minute of every day without asking for anything in return. Thanks for diving into this explainer with me, and I really hope you start your new 90-second protocol tomorrow.